Well, we're here at the Panya Project, which is a permaculture education center. So we teach different ways of sustainability as well as natural building and techniques like farming and gardening and appropriate technology and many other things. But in addition to just being an education center, we're also an intentional community. So there's a community of about 12 people that live here, some on a year-round basis, some off and on. And then additionally, we host volunteers that come and work with us for a week at a time or a month at a time. Some stay on as interns for up to 3 months and work and play and live with us and join our family first and foremost. I think one of the most touching things to me about this land is actually how I ended up here. I came to take a permaculture design course that was going to be a 2-week-long course. And the first day I got here, and I got out of the truck and I walked into the sala, and I had been here for no more than 2 or 3 minutes, and I had this feeling that I was home, that this is where I was going to live. I hadn't talked to a single person that lived here. I hadn't walked around. I hadn't seen anything. It was only the energy of the land that I felt. And something in that spoke to me. And within a week, I told the guys I wanted to live here for 8 months. We're now coming on 3 years later, and I still haven't left. And it's still the magical land that's talking to me. The structures around have changed, the people around have changed, but the environment that the land has created is the same, and that's really what spoke to me on day one and what holds me here every day. Yeah. Another interesting thing about Panya is the fact that it's this isolated bubble that's part of a worldwide movement. So there's sort of two things that are often at odds with each other, but here they're combined because we practice permaculture, which is practiced in hundreds of countries around the world by millions of people. So it's not something that's unique to us. And we get so many people that come in from other projects in other parts of the world that we're always sharing our experiences with many people around the world. But at the same time, we're really wrapped up in what's happening here on the land. And we're not on the internet, we're not looking at news. So we're not following what's happening in the day-to-day world. We're very focused on our projects and our lives and the people that come through here. And sometimes I forget that there is a larger world out there, and I'll head into town and look on the news and it's war in this country, natural disaster in this country, famine in this country, and I'm like, oh my God, I never realized the world was such a bad place. You know, I forget that the world is supposed to be this evil, scary thing, because on my day-to-day life, it's a beautiful place, and my interactions with people are so genuine and so full of love and caring. And when I sort of leave this environment and go back out, I see how they're trying to make us scared, and they're trying to make us join the system and think that it is the only way. And that sort of all reinvigorates me to keep living the life I'm living, because I know that I am free here. I know that I'm happy, that everything I do is something that makes me content, which gives me a different perspective, I think, than a lot of people who are not able to step outside of that bubble to see that although the world is moving so fast-paced, nothing is really happening. But to me, what permaculture really is a holistic design science that's seeking to integrate human habitat with the natural environment, mimicking natural systems, and learning from native people, indigenous cultures, science, and nature, and trying to integrate all these to live a simpler and more healthy life for humans and the environment. Thailand is one giant country of people practicing permaculture under a different name. It's their natural farming techniques are these same commonplace tools that we use. One of the big things of permaculture is forest gardening. And the guys that pioneered forest gardening actually took this concept from tropical agroforestry. So they borrowed the ideas from countries like Thailand and Laos and Cambodia, and then brought it to the West. And now we're reading those books, and we're trying to bring it back to here. So I actually do go out and visit some Thai food forests and some people that are doing exactly this. They've never heard the word permaculture, nor do they need to hear the word, because what they're doing is amazing in its own right, and it's very valid, and it's the same as what we're trying to do it. So permaculture has come up with very few new ideas, but what it has done is put all the ideas together in one nice tool belt to be able to use, and gives you a framework to implement these ideas with. Bill Mollison, his famous quote is, "You can solve all the world's problems in a garden."
attending that.